Well, it's unfortunate that we're on day 3 of workers having to demonstrate to get the attention of government. And I think the one critical thing that's missing in this exercise is empathy. I had to ask myself last night, who could an aggrieved worker go to within the members of parliament representing the government for a sympathetic ear? And I'm hard pressed to find an answer to that. So if a cabinet and its backbench are hardened to the plight of a very large segment of its society, it will manifest itself in this way. And the frustrations that have been felt in the community didn't just happen in January of 2015. You've seen any number of marches, you've seen any number of arbitrary decisions made which have caused the ire of the people of Bermuda in many facets. And I believe it's a culmination of that type of arrogance, that type of non-connectiveness, for use of a better word, the lack of connectivity with how thousands of people in this country feel about issues, about the way in which they're governed, that will cause a government to find itself in this predicament.
Now, a teacher spoke earlier, right? And she was saying the fact that, they've sacrificed some of their paycheck. Man, some of the naysayers in the country haven't had to sacrifice some of their paycheck directly, hence they feel like they're in a different position. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think one of the biggest problems that we have in the country is many people would have you think that it just turned up this way. I remember back when the economy was booming, many Bermudians found living in Bermuda very difficult to cope with. And I know many persons who in business did very well. And the recession was a global thing. It wasn't the fault of any one particular event or circumstances in Bermuda. It involved things that took place all around the world. When the U.S. sneezes, Bermuda catches a cold, we call it economic pneumonia. I believe many people expected and expected for things to be done to have to rectify that. But we don't hear the terms shared sacrifice anymore, because I know there are many workers in this country who are working without health care, just to hustle to make ends meet. Many people trying to work 40 hours or 45 or 50 hours, get what they can, but have to make choices between the medicine that they need and the food that they must have to survive. That's a reality in Bermuda. And when persons feel that there's no empathy for that particular plight, and it's in great demand, when governments make decisions that people feel don't put the people of its country first, I think it makes it a problem. I listened to the State of the Union address by President Obama, and President Obama says, if you think you can raise a family off of $15,000 a year, you try it. Well, I tell the government of Bermuda, if you can think that you can support your family and educate them properly off of what a lot of the workers are making in Bermuda, then you try it. And that's the problem that we have in Bermuda, is that if a person feels like I'm expressing myself today, and I'm basically just a vessel for what people are telling me, I feel it too because I'm in the workforce, and I know what it feels like to have to work without health insurance, have to forego that. But I'm not special. There are thousands of Bermudians in that plight. If that is a reality for thousands of people in this country, that's why you would have people protesting against its government as it has today.
Now, one more thing to finish on. You're speaking of reality, right? Now, the reality now is the fact that they have, said that this is illegal. What's happening right now is illegal. Now, meaning that, and I read that saying that you can do up to 2 years in jail and be fined $10,000. Now, with some of your knowledge, I've been trying to think, how do they actually implement that? You know, when I look at the amount of people here, how does a government actually try to implement that particular part of the act?
Well, I would urge the government, some of whom, many of whom, most of whom were my former colleagues, to look at this in a more humanly perspective, and to look around to see that you have the people who I entrust my children with here. You have people who I entrust to teach my children. You have people that I entrust to run my country here. Don't look at them as in that way, and that is going to take a different approach. You know, when we have elections, we hear the word change. I'm asking the government to change their hearts today. Embody a more sensitive approach to this difficult problem. And because some of the points I raised earlier, where you know, people can put, and people feel this way, that profits supersede people.
Look, tell me something. Why do you think that they are taking such a hard stance on this? I mean, is it that this money has been allocated to other places and it can't be taken back? Why do you feel, in your opinion, it's such a hard decision for them to go back on?
I can't speak for the government. I dare not try, but I can appeal to them to get to working with the people and realize that there were people in good faith that put the very thing that they're holding over their heads to them. Show them that much respect right now, and I think we can bring this to pass.
Thank you so much, Mr. Swan. Appreciate it.